the Easy Way podcast, where simple tips become real results. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
That is it, Peter. I am officially done. I quit. I am throwing my books in the trash and I am never speaking this language again.
Whoa, Bella, slow down, please. You sound incredibly upset. Put the books down. We need to start the show properly before you quit.
I don't want to start the show. But okay, hi everyone. Hi, Peter. I am Bella and I am a failure.
You are not a failure. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy Way podcast. I'm Peter, and today we are going to save Bella from quitting English.
I don't think you can save me this time. Yesterday, I watched a movie and understood everything. I felt like a genius.
That is amazing. Understanding a movie without subtitles is a huge achievement. You should be celebrating, not quitting. Why are you angry?
Because today I tried to speak to a real human being. A tourist stopped me on the street to ask for directions and I froze completely.
You froze? You mean you couldn't move, or you couldn't find the words to answer him?
My mind went blank. It was empty. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out. I felt so stupid. I understand everything, but I can't speak.
Bella, listen to me carefully. You are not stupid. You are just experiencing something very common called the silent period. It is not a failure. It is biology.
The silent period? That sounds like a horror movie title. Is it a disease? Because I definitely feel sick about my performance today.
It is not a disease at all. Think about babies. When a baby is born, do they start speaking immediately? Do they say, "Hello, mother," on day one?
Of course not. That would be terrifying. They just listen and look around for like 2 years before they say a word.
Exactly. Their brains are collecting data. We call this input. The baby is filling up its knowledge tank. Speaking is output. You cannot force output if the input tank isn't full yet.
So you're saying that my freezing moment is actually a sign that my brain is still processing the data? I'm just a big baby?
In a way, yes. Your brain has the passive knowledge from the movie, but it hasn't built the bridge to the active muscles in your mouth yet. That is why you froze.
That makes sense. It felt like the words were stuck in my throat. There's a phrase for that, right? When you almost know the word?
Yes, we say, "It's on the tip of my tongue." It's that frustrating feeling when the word is ready to jump out, but it gets stuck at the last second.
I hate that feeling. It was definitely on the tip of my tongue with the tourist. He just wanted to know where the subway was. It was so simple.
The problem is that you know the grammar and the vocabulary, but your mouth muscles are not trained. We need to bridge the gap between your brain and your mouth.
So I don't need to study more grammar books because I am really tired of reading rules about verbs and prepositions.
No more grammar books for now. We need shadowing. We need to physically train your mouth to move without thinking. We need to turn passive knowledge into active skill.
Shadowing? That sounds mysterious. Is that where I follow someone around and repeat what they say?
Basically, yes. You listen to a phrase and repeat it immediately, copying the speed and the emotion. It forces your brain to connect with your tongue.
Okay, I'm willing to try anything to avoid that freezing feeling again. But first, can we talk about that phrase, "my mind went blank"?
Absolutely. That is a powerful phrase. "My mind went blank" means you suddenly forgot everything. It's perfect for describing exam stress or job interviews.
Or meeting tourists. So if I'm in an interview and I forget the answer, can I just say, "Sorry, my mind went blank"?
You can. It sounds very natural and honest. Native speakers use it all the time when they forget a name or a phone number.
I feel better knowing that. There's another feeling I have. Sometimes I know English, but I haven't practiced in a long time.
For that situation, we have a great idiom. You can say, "I'm a bit rusty." Do you know what rust is?
Rusty, like old metal that turns orange and brown? Like an old bicycle left in the rain?
Exactly. When a skill is not used, it gets rusty, like old metal. It still works, but it's not smooth. You need to oil it with practice.
That's a funny image. My English is rusty. I guess my mouth is very rusty because I never speak.
Then let's clean off that rust right now. We're going to do a shadowing exercise. I want you to repeat after me exactly as I say it.
Okay, I am ready. I will try not to freeze this time. Let's unlock my voice.
We will start with level 1, slow speed. I want you to focus on the pronunciation of every single word. The phrase is, "Sorry, my mind went blank."
Okay, slow mode. Here I go. Sorry, my mind went blank. How was that?
That was clear, but it was a little too robotic. We want to sound natural. Try to connect the words mind and went. Mind went.
Okay, connecting the words. Sorry, my mind went blank. That felt a little smoother in my mouth.
Much better. Now level 2, normal speed. Imagine the tourist is in front of you. You are apologizing. Sorry, my mind went blank.
Sorry, my mind went blank. Hey, that actually came out easily. I didn't have to think about the grammar.
That is the magic of shadowing. You are bypassing the thinking part of the brain and using muscle memory. Let's try the next phrase.
I'm ready for the rusty bicycle phrase. Give it to me.
Okay, my English is a bit rusty. Notice how bit and rusty almost sound like one word, bit rusty.
My English is a bit rusty. My English is a bit rusty. Wow, saying it fast is actually easier than saying it slow.
It often is. English flows like a river. If you stop too much, you lose the rhythm. Speed helps you sound fluent.
I never thought about it that way. I always try to speak perfectly, so I speak slowly and then I freeze.
Perfection is the enemy of fluency. When you try to be perfect, your brain overloads and goes blank. You just need to communicate.
So, if I see another tourist, I shouldn't worry about perfect grammar? I should just open my mouth and let the rusty words come out?
Yes, if you make a mistake, who cares? The tourist just wants to find the subway. They are not grading your grammar test.
You're right. I put so much pressure on myself. That is why I wanted to quit. I thought I was failing.
You are definitely not failing. You are in the transition zone. You have the input. Now you're building the output. It's the most exciting part.
It feels a little scary, but also exciting. I want to try one more phrase. What about when I need a moment to think?
Great question. Instead of just standing there in silence, you can say, "Let me think for a second." It buys you time.
Let me think for a second. That's useful. It tells the other person that I'm still there, just processing.
Exactly. It prevents the awkward silence. Silence makes you nervous. Filling the silence with a phrase keeps you calm.
Okay, let's shadow that one. Let me think for a second. Let me think for a second.
Perfect. You are sounding very natural, Bella. I don't hear any rust on your English now.
Thank you. Moving my mouth actually helps the anxiety go away. It's like physical exercise for the face.
Action cures fear. When you sit and worry, the fear grows. When you speak, the fear disappears.
I'm going to practice this every day. I'll talk to myself in the mirror. I'll talk to my cat. I'll talk to the TV.
That's the spirit. Talk to everything. Fill your output tank. Do not let the silent period win.
I'm not quitting anymore, Peter. I'm just getting started. The next tourist who asks me for directions is going to be surprised.
I'm sure they will be. You have the tools now. Just remember, don't panic if your mind goes black. Just breathe and restart.
And if I mess up, I'll just tell them I'm a bit rusty.
It really is. So let's recap what we learned today to make sure it sticks in your brain.
Okay, we learned that the silent period is normal, like a baby learning to speak. It's all about input versus output.
We learned the phrase, my mind went blank, for when you forget everything, and it's on the tip of my tongue.
And we learned I'm a bit rusty for when we need practice, and the solution is shadowing.
You summarized it perfectly. Thank you for not quitting, Bella. The podcast would be very boring without you.
Thank you for talking me off the ledge. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Easy Way podcast. Unlock your voice.
Keep speaking, everyone. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.